What is happening, La Familia YouTube? I am back, and it has been far too long, you guys. My apologies for my absence, but I have been in super duper hardcore music mode. If the beginning of the video or the precursor to this video did not clue you guys in on that. So yeah, been in hardcore music mode. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I've been doing the past 2 months, promoting, releasing, all that stuff. By the way, please go check out my new single, Feed the Machine, by Romance85, my project. Anyways, you guys, no more shameless plugging. Let's get down to business, all right? It's been too long. I got to make up for lost time here, okay? Now, I got 2 boxes here, but I more than likely only need one. Well, I'm only keeping one at least. And as you guys saw the thumbnail, man. We are out here with the A$AP Rocky Gabbia. I don't even know, but it's in the title. I can't keep forgetting what the actual name of the shoe is. But you know what, you guys, something's going on out there in the fashion zeitgeist. But before we get into all of that, I want to take a look at this box, because one of the first things I saw when I first saw these shoes the second thing I saw was the box, and the box is pretty sick. So let's look at that real quick, all right? And then I'll tell you. I'll continue on what I was saying about what's going on out there in the fashion zeitgeist that I'm seeing happening. All right, you guys, let's take a look. Man, once again, whew. Man, you guys, once again, PUMA with the killer boxing here. Oh man, you guys, take a look at this thing. Woo. Let's unveil her in all of her glory. Check that box out, you guys. This is insane. This is insane, man. Look at that. Are you kidding me right now? This is, guys, this is what collabs should look like all the time, man. Like, this is how you properly do a collab. And you know what? I gotta be honest, man. PUMA's been absolutely killing it. I know I said this the last time on my other A$AP Rocky video, but they have been just absolutely killing it with the collaborations. And I don't understand how they're falling so far under the radar. Like, when I saw these shoes, I couldn't believe how many people didn't like them. But I'm also in a different part of fashion, you know, the avant-garde Techware space. So we're a little weird in that space. But yeah, you guys. Anyways, what I was going to say, though, was, like I said, let's have this in the view. I was going to say, there's something going on out there in the fashion zeitgeist, like what I've been seeing. Now, you guys know that I hate the whole rehashing of decades with fashion and stuff like that. You know, I especially have not really liked the resurgence of Y2K fashion, because I feel like, and again, I'm old, so I was alive during that decade, you know, during the Y2K decade, and there was so many other cooler things going on in fashion. But it seems like whenever we rehash these decades from a fashionable standpoint, we always pull the worst parts of those decades, and I feel like that's what's been happening. But I say all that to say, I feel like now we're kind of entering this phase of the Y2K fashion where there's like a big like motocross, motorsports kind of like thing going on right now. I mean, Oakley just posted something the other day where they're kind of going back to their roots with, they're actually kind of, I think they're re-releasing one of their classic shades, or like redoing it or reimagining it or something like that. And they actually started out in the motorsports motorsports space. I even saw, I mean, obviously we know Puma's always been kind of doing it, but even my favorite sock brand, Apothecary, just today, they just released kind of like a motorsports, motocross kind of like package, themed package today with like some shirts and socks, stuff like that. So it seems like that's where we're at. And I remember in the mid 2000s, that happened. There was like a big motocross kind of resurgence, and that's where we got like a lot of these like moto jackets with like the short collars and things like that. I call those dad jackets because a lot of older guys would wear those jackets to kind of like be cool. So that's why I never owned one. I like the classic moto style jackets, like from the 1950s, like, you know, like a la the Wild Thing, Marlon Brando. Anyways, you guys, I'm going on a tangent. I apologize, but I feel like that's what's kind of going on right now. And I say this because I'm not really mad at it, because I kind of feel like me being part of like the Techware space, I feel like motocross has a place in Techware, because motocross fashion always kind of looked futuristic to me. You know, even when you like I was talking about with the Wild Thing from the 1950s, motocross, like those moto jackets looked ahead of their time. That's why they're such a timeless piece now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like it's pretty cool, and I feel like it fits really well in the Techware space. And I have a feeling, I think we've kind of already seen it though, because Acronym has moto jackets and things like that as well. But I digress. I'm talking too much. Let's look at these shoes, you guys. Segueing into what I was talking about motocross being futuristic. This is pretty cool, by the way. Box. Man, Puma, you guys are killing this, man. Anyways, I was going to say, though, I feel like these particular shoes, when I saw these, I was like, oh, those would fit in my style really, really, really super well. Oh, that almost fell. That would fit in my style really, really super well, and I definitely need to try those. The reason why I have two boxes, I actually bought two different sizes. This is actually, I bought a 13 and a 14. I didn't really know how they were going to fit, so I kind of was like, okay, let me go ahead and just buy two pairs, and I just return one. By the way, you guys, I think we're going to do something different today. I think I'm going to show you guys the box, because I just took the top off, and you guys can't see it right now, but I'm looking at it. There's a lot of details here, so hold on. Let's bring this to the surgical table.
All right, La Familia YouTube. So you've already seen the box, so we're going to open it up real quick here. And as soon as you open the box, right away, and this is what I was talking about, there's just a bunch of stuff. There's this card here that's got actually some pretty futuristic writing. I actually did not read it, but you can actually see right there what it says. But it's got some pretty futuristic writing there, so I really feel like A$AP Rocky was definitely leaning into a more retro futuristic aesthetic. Here's the dust bag. This thing is really, really cool. And the back of it is like a cloth material. Then the front of it, though, has got this artwork, or basically like a picture, almost like a negative effect. And it's kind of got like a plastic feel to it. Really, really super cool bag. And then the paper's got the same graphic on it. And then we open up the shoes here, and boom, you guys. Let me tell you something. When I first opened these, I was like, oh yeah, these look even better in person than they do in the pictures. That strap is with the cage is super crazy, but I have a feeling it's going to be a problem, because it definitely looks like something that's going to be hard to, take on and off. Maybe they could have made it Velcro, I don't know. But also too, I was thinking about the fact that it is rubber, and that it does strap around the bottom of the shoe. So I feel like eventually, if you wear it all the time, it's eventually gonna basically kind of like, start to like kind of rip apart, I think, from just walking on gravel and whatnot. So I don't know if Puma had that in mind, if it was supposed to be meant to be worn all the time or not. But I definitely think that'll more than likely kind of be an issue. But the details are just crazy on the shoe, and I absolutely am in love with the aesthetic of it. I really think it fits into that dystopian cyberpunk futurism very well.
All right, La Familia YouTube. So, man, you guys, listen, aesthetically, off the charts. These are super nice, and I gotta tell you guys, there's a lot going on with these. As you guys saw, there's a lot going on with the box. That's why I was like, hold on a second. I need to show you guys the box in more of a again, man, this is how you do collabs. Nike, they're probably not watching this, but if other shoe brands are watching this right now, take notes from Puma. This is how you do collaborations, okay? But you guys, so aesthetically, these shoes are absolutely amazing. One thing I noticed right away is that all of this gray right here, I didn't notice it until I got it under some light. You couldn't really see it in the video, I apologize, but all of this gray right here, I'm pretty sure it's 3M. I'm pretty sure this is all 3M right here. I mean, this cage thing, listen, I love this kind of stuff. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that looks dumb or whatever, but I love this kind of shit. Like, it's a big reason why I got into Techware in the first place. I loved all the aesthetic choices, you know, of it. Sometimes it can be overkill, though. You know what I mean? But this is just getting to overkill. That, like, any more than this would be ridiculous. I like that PUMA actually incorporates this technology because I think it looks really cool, and it also is a very convenient locking system. Let me show you how to put them on, and we're gonna do some on feet. All right, La Familia YouTube. So, guys, listen, they are so cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the on foot. I did it with like 3 styles of pants. One was more, the second pant is actually probably my favorite, and those happen to be the pants that I wear constantly, which is awesome. But yeah, you guys, I am like, whew, man, I love the way these look. I was right about this cage, by the way. I was able to get them on without taking the cage off, but actually, I don't think I showed you guys what it looks like without the cage. I don't really want to do this, but I'll do it for you guys because it's hard to get this thing back on. But that's what it looks like without the cage on. I probably should have did some on feet without the cage, but I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do like a short or something like that. But if you didn't see in the beginning, this is actually how you so basically you turn it this way. On the other shoe it's the other way, but you turn it this way to tighten it, and then you turn it this way. You hear a click like that, and then that loosens it. So this is actually what it looks like when you loosen it up. And it's got a strap, like a kind of like a stretchy strap inside too. Also, these are the insoles. I did not show you guys that at all. My apologies. But listen, you guys, as far as the score that I'm going to give these, I'm going to give these an 8.5 out of 10. I tried on the size 13s. So, and actually, good thing we're getting to sizing, because I know a million of you guys are going to ask me about sizing. I got a 13 and a 14. I usually wear a 13. Like 80% of the time I wear a 13. But there are some shoes like this that have a ton of stuff on it and gaiters and all that stuff. Usually with those, I have to size up. Now, these... I did try on the 13s, and I was like, oh, this is actually not that bad. At first, I was like, oh, maybe I can actually live with these. But this top part right here is so narrow that, like, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to keep the 14s. I like my shoes a little bit looser anyways. But yeah, and ultimately for comfort and just being able to, like, tighten this as much as I want to, I'm going to stay with the size up. But for those of you who have narrow feet, you're probably going to be perfectly fine with true to size, because otherwise I think they actually do fit probably a little bit more true to size. Okay, so there you go. There's the sizing information. They definitely fit into the low profile thing that's really going on with everything going on with like soccer shoes and stuff like that. So this is a good way to like be in style, I guess, in vogue with that, without having to get soccer shoes. I'm not a fan of indoor soccer shoes, even though I did play soccer, but I'm not a fan of them, fashionably. But that's another story for another day. But you guys definitely love these. Like I said, for aesthetically, 10 out of 10. They fit right into my, cyberpunk, techwear, dystopian, whatever it is I do / avant-garde. I actually think these might go with some decent avant-garde fit, especially with wide leg pants. If you saw them with the on feet, the wide leg pants, these look really, really good with the wide leg, and with all of the color blocking and stuff on it, it looks really cool just peeking out of the leg of the wide leg pants. So that was another bonus. So definitely can wear many different types of pants with these. Like I said, there's a lot going on. This is one of those shoes that like you have to actually experience them in hand to really be super impressed with them, because I can make this video a 20-minute long video, you guys know, because I talk too much, first of all, but there's just a lot going on as far as like the materials and all that stuff. So I tried to fit in as much as I could in a shorter period of time to not lose you guys' attention. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to say about it. Sorry again, you guys, that I was gone for so long. Like I said, I was just in music mode. Hopefully you guys will check that out. But also I'm probably going to do another video of some shorts that I'm getting. It's not going to be much to them, but if they look as good as I think they will, I'm definitely going to do a review video on them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, PUMA is killing it right now. So you guys, if you're not really checking out PUMA for like collabs and you're stuck on Nike and Adidas, stuff like that, check out PUMA, because they're really, really killing it with the collabs. And A$AP Rocky is doing a great job creatively, in my opinion. Maybe it's because he's a fellow Libra like me. I don't know. But yeah, he's killing it. And I think Puma's also killing it too. Anyways, you guys, that is all for today. I am out of here. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. And shout out to all of the new subscribers. We are almost at 1,000, you guys. We're almost there. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out of here.